So Mike Johnson yesterday claimed that Trump was an anti-Epstein informant, but then he retreated amid criticism. So House Speaker made baffling claim that President worked with the FBI to take Epstein down before backing away. This is by Sam Levine. In a matter of days, the U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson claimed that Donald Trump was an FBI informant who was working to try to take down the late sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein, and then backed away from the confusing statement. Johnson made the baffling claim on Thursday, speaking to reporters at the U.S. Capitol. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down, Johnson said of Trump. The remark was so perplexing that it reportedly confused even Trump administration officials. By Sunday, Johnson was walking back his explosive comment. The speaker is reiterating what the victim's attorney said, which is that Donald Trump, who kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago, was the only one more than a decade ago willing to help prosecutors expose Epstein for being a disgusting child predator, his office said in a statement. Brad Edwards, an attorney who represents several Epstein victims, told reporters Wednesday that Trump had helped him look into claims against Epstein more than a decade ago, but had since done an about-face, according to the Washington Post. He did not say on Wednesday whether Trump had cooperated with law enforcement. Johnson's comments came as both Democrats and Republicans are pushing the U.S. Justice Department to release more information about Epstein, who pleaded guilty in 2008 to soliciting prostitution from a minor, which is, you can't solicit prostitution from somebody who is not old enough to be a prostitute. Anyway, and died by suicide in 2019. A bipartisan House effect led by Republican Representative Thomas Massie of Kentucky and Democratic colleague Ro Khanna of California to force a vote on legislation that would require Justice Department to release all files related to Epstein appears on track to have enough votes. The House Oversight Committee had also issued subpoenas to try to get more information about Epstein. On Wednesday, several victims spoke publicly at a press conference on Capitol Hill, urging lawmakers to support the legislation that would require the release of more information, which Johnson has opposed. The Trump administration has pledged to investigate Epstein's crimes, but several lawyers representing victims said they have not heard anything from the Justice Department. While campaigning for a second presidency in 2024, Trump pledged to release a full list of Epstein clients, but the Justice Department now says no such list exists, and Trump now has called the matter the Democrat Epstein hoax. Trump and Epstein were longtime friends who had a falling out about 2004. Trump told reporters in July the falling out came because Epstein stole workers from the spa at Mar-a-Lago, including Virginia Giuffre, who was later abused by Epstein. Yeah, so now he's walking it back. It's funny because Nancy Mace just said that same thing a couple days before MAGA Mike did about, oh, I'm not going to be crossing Donnie Trump, dear daddy Donnie Duty Pants, because with my vote to release these documents, because he was on the right side all along. He was working with the FBI. He was an informant. He was trying to bring him down. So I wondered how much traction this was going to get. I don't think that Trump is going to be willing to admit he was a snitch. But what the fuck do I know anyway? You guys have a good day. Good morning, by the way.